Hey, and welcome to another episode of Testing 1-2. In this episode, I'm going to take a look at a plugin from a company called Denise called GodMode, which is a sort of multi-band saturator, I guess would be the best way to describe it. Sort of saturation that behaves in a very similar way to an EQ. So I have a track here, sort of synths, bass, drums. I'll let you have a listen to it here and then we'll just dive into it. Okay, so I have the bass here, which is was recorded through SVT VR Pro, I think it was, just through the UAD Unison, so it's baked in. I'd like the bass to have a bit more edge than it actually does. Sounds good right now. I've got BX console N on it. Just the Lindell 80 series with the Unity on the preamp, just to give it a bit more bite. And then I've got this Fire Cobra, which I really like as well, which adds a lot. Nice, I really like that one. But I'm going to try replacing it with the GodMode. Already I can hear the bite. I'm looking for a more sort of distorted. Just giving that bass a little bit more bite, letting it cut through the mix in the way that I wanted it to. It's a bit more aggressive. Virgin undistorted or overdriven, but that's the effect I'm after. And it was very quick and easy to dial it in. I'll have a listen to it here in the context of the mix with the synths and stuff, see if it fits a bit better. Just check to make sure it hasn't thrown things out of balance. It's actually brought, it's a bit more imbalanced than it was. Let's try it on the bass here, or the drums, sorry. Try it in place of a Mega 458A. It's a Kush. Which is also a really good plugin, so worth checking out. Inexpensive as well. And the GodMode's pretty inexpensive too. All the Denise stuff's pretty. Okay, let's try it out on some of the synths. Oh. So on the synth I have just BX console in. And of course Tor reverb. Don't know, YouTube compression doesn't seem to like this particular synth sound, so I'll let you hear it without the reverb, but it seems to, whatever the compression is on YouTube seems to mess it up. Tor Reverb 2, which is another really good plugin. This is another one. YouTube compression just does not like this. It's like a chiptune type of sound. Sounds quite different in real life. Seems to add quite a little bit of extra volume whenever you just engage it. So one thing to bear in mind is that it adds about 64 milliseconds of latency, so it's more for mixing rather than tracking through, unless there might be a low latency. Okay, that might be. Okay, so it has you can see here the latency, so it has a live mode for low latency, which is actually really handy. It also has a random mode. If I disable that instance, and so obviously you have your Q factor. So you select the Q factor and you adjust it from there. Then you can adjust your gain from there as well, and your frequency, but mostly the drag and drop I like better, but for adjusting the Q, obviously there might be a way to do it from here. Oh yeah, so hold control or command in, and that adjusts the Q. So I mean, I'm fresh with this, so I'm just showing you how intuitive it is to use, and I can get some really awesome sounds, and some crazy sounds as well. So yeah, I'd definitely recommend checking out GodMode from Denise Audio. And also they've got a bunch of stuff. Perfect Room is also well worth checking out, and it's on an introductory offer at the minute as well. So yeah, it's a really sort of unique take on a saturation plugin. Does things very intuitively, quite powerful, flexible as well. So yeah, check it out. Cheers.